BuzzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976, this video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment purposes only.
All right, I know people have been sitting there, but I gotta bring this queen up here. BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow. I was keeping my eye on that sparrow sitting over there with me. Come on in. What's up, BeeSparrow?
Oh, I can't call it, but you better keep your eye on this sparrow. This is the sparrow that be your girl. How y'all doing today? I am thankful to the MostHigh YAH for being amongst the living. And if you are within the sounds of my voice, I'm glad that you are amongst the living too. So listen, yesterday I was on Twitter and I came across this article that read from the New York Post that read why more black women should consider marrying white men. I was appalled, y'all. I posted a picture of me and my husband, and I said, no, thank you. I like being with my husband who is black just like me, and it got over 70 likes. So this article goes to say, two of the most powerful positions in the United States government will soon be held for the first time by black women. Kamala Harris, whom I believe is not a black woman, she is not a descendant of black slaves, so I don't consider her a black American woman. And Ketanji Brown Jackson, those are the two black women who hold two of the most powerful positions in the United States. Harris, as we all know, is the Vice President of the United States of this here America, and Brown Jackson will soon be a Supreme Court Justice. But Harris and Brown Jackson also share a personal attribute that is equally noteworthy. Each has a white husband. Like, that is the most precious spouse to have on the earth, a white spouse. The article goes on to say that this fact is significant. The effects of racism have left well-educated black women with a paucity of black male partners. According to Brookings Institute data, black men are less likely than black women to have completed high school and 50% less likely to have attained a 4-year college degree. I don't believe that. I do not believe anything that these people have to say about our people. They study us and they come up to their own damn conclusions. Back to this damn article. Yet despite this shortage of suitable black partners, black women have also been the least likely of any minority group to marry outside of their race. And it's because we don't play that. My daughter is engaged to a white man. I don't really care too much about it. I don't care too much for it, but that's her choice. You go ahead and do what you do. But my Creator told his people, his Hebrew children, the ones that was dispersed to the four corners of the earth via slave ship, to be with their own. He does not like us mixing with other nations. And that's a fact. But this article says, rather than partner with men of other races, many heterosexual black women either don't marry or many black men with whom they are not especially well matched, or many marry black men with whom they are not especially well matched. I don't believe anything this article is saying, but for the sake of curiosity, I'm going to keep reading. And these mismatched relationships contribute to black Americans having the highest divorce rate of any racial group. In fact, black women are the only demographic to have a higher divorce rate than marriage rate. I don't believe that either. I simply do not believe anything that you people are saying about black people. I just don't. And if our rate in marriage is the lowest, it's because of white supremacy. Because my grandmother had 8 children by the same man that she was married to. Her mother married. All my aunts and uncles married to the same person that they've been married to. So I don't know where these people be getting their statistics from. Back to the article. A bit more, okay, so I don't want to read the rest of this article. I really don't, because this person that wrote this article, I don't know if it's a he or she. I don't know if they're black or white, but they're talking about their book in this article that they wrote. A book that they wrote. They say, a bit more than a decade ago, I published a book, Is Marriage for White People, that examined the decline in marriage across American society, and especially among African Americans, and focused in particularly on the predicament of black women. The book raises the possibility that black women like Harris and Brown Jackson would do well to open themselves to partnering with men who are not black. After all, black men appear to have no problem marrying out. That same Pew report revealed they are twice as likely as black women to have a non-black spouse. This is sad. This is really sad. Because those of you who follow the MostHigh YAH, who worship the MostHigh YAH, and who seek His way, we know that we are not supposed to mix our seed with other nations. We know this. But see, if you're not a person of God, if you're not a chosen person of the MostHigh YAH, you're gonna go against everything that's biblical. And this is going against everything that's biblical. And people wouldn't know that because no one studies and no one reads. This article says, my book generated considerable controversy and exposed issues within black America. While younger people appear to be more open to interracial relationships, a black woman old enough to be my mother made a point of telling me that I was a disgrace to my race. But the most significant issue was between black men and women. While some black women were made uncomfortable by the book and the way it put them in the spotlight, many others embraced its message of empowerment. That was a message that not all black men wanted to hear. At one of my book talks in Washington, D.C., I worried a fight would break out between a young black woman who asserted her right to choose whatever type of man she wanted and an older black man who condemned such sentiments as betraying the race. Other critics include some black women contended that white racism precluded black women from finding non-black partners, and this convinced many black women that they cannot or should not partner with a non-black man, even if the alternative was remaining unpartnered or in a bad relationship. As a result, many black women feel that they should marry down before they marry out. That's a lie. That's not true. That's not true. I explain in the book why black women should not be pressured to sacrifice their own chances for happiness out of some misplaced loyalty to black men. Nor should black women feel beholden to black men under the guise of advancing the race. If the price of racial solidarity is a bad, intimate relationship, then the cost is too high. Black women should not be held hostage to the struggles of black men. If they are our men, if they struggle, we struggle. That's just how it's supposed to be. That's just how it is. True race can provide a basis of compatibility, but race itself cannot solely sustain a relationship. There are many bases of compatibility other than race. Black women's increased rates of interracial marriage from a mere 3% in 1980 to 12% in 2017, according to the Pew Research Center, also reflects their increasing autonomy to choose partners that best serve them. They should not have to apologize or feel guilty for doing so. There has been little discussion in the media or culture about the white partners of prominent black women like Harris or Brown Jackson. And I hope, not me, but the person that wrote this article, they hope that this reflects the increasing social acceptance of unions. If so, then black women will be able to enjoy the relationship freedom they deserve. So this article is encouraging black women to abandon their own black man and go out and marry white men. And that is against God's laws and commandments. I want to know what y'all think about this. Because lately, all you seeing are interracial couples. Like on my YouTube timeline, they are invading my timeline. Black women encouraging others to marry white men. I don't see white men encouraging other white men to marry black women. I mean, I'm not. That's not to say they're not doing it, but I don't see it. All I see are black women encouraging other black women to marry white men. Well, what about our black men? What does this mean for our black race? Must you continue to white us out? You do not want to see any dark-skinned people on this earth. What are you going to do when Yeshua comes back and his skin is dark like Wesley Snipes? What are you going to do? The sad thing about this article is black people are going to fall for this. Black women are going to fall for this. Black men are going to fall for this because you know why? We don't know who we are. We don't know whose we are. And we're not going to be satisfied until our whole race is whited out.
What is up, y'all? You're listening to BeeSparrow on BuzzzTweet Talk Radio.